Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Elder streaming live from sunny South Texas, and welcome to part 2 of our little do-it-yourself website build. So in the last video, we took a look at our competition. We got an idea of what the word count is on our top 3 competitors' sites and determined that between the top guy and number 2 and 3, we're averaging out to about 800. So we wrote a little over 800 words of content here. The other thing we noticed on our website was we looked at all their title tags, their H1 tags through 3 tags, their keywords they're using, and we kind of weaved that all into our content. So things like HVAC contractor McAllen, Texas definitely made the big H1 tag at the top, which is our main header. H2s are your subheaders for the paragraphs. And that we pretty much kept it pretty straight. AC installs and upgrades, residential HVAC service and repair, commercial HVAC service and repair, so on and so on. Let's see what we did there. And we got it down and wrote our meta tagging. This is going to go on the back end. Users don't see it, but this kind of is a post-it note on the back side of the site that tells Google what we do and where we do it. So that being the case, I pulled up the entire local area, and let's see, we got Edinburgh, Palmhurst, Alton, Palmview, Mission, San Juan, Alamo, Donna, Far, and here's where I'm at. So we got all those cities along with what we do. So city niche, city niche, city niche. So that should definitely hit the spot. And I even grabbed a few of the random near me ones because they're good search volume ones. But it's something that's kind of hard to squeeze into the content when you're writing. I mean, you ever tried to put in plumber near me in a sentence? It just doesn't flow right. So we can just stick that in the meta tagging. So we got our words, word count. We got our keywords that we researched and found had good search volume. There's our search volume for AC installs, 28,000 hits a month. Hardly any difficulty, so we can definitely rank that one easy enough. And we got our target area. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Weebly. You're going to go ahead and sign up and create an account, and you'll have a dashboard like this. Here's some of my first sites. They're several years old, and they are still dominating. This guy, for example, owns page 1 around the Santa Rosa area for drywall. And there's pretty good competition, and I think the population is something like 700,000. So generally, I say Weebly is good for smaller populations and niches that don't have a lot of competitions, like the really weird ones, bear removal, something like that, where you're the only guy in town that does it. Yeah, no need to grab a expensive web build. Weebly will do the trick for you. So with that being the case, go ahead and click create a website. I've already staged one here, so I'll just open that up. First I'll have me log back in because it's been a minute. Hop in there, and first thing it will have you do is grab a template. So go ahead and grab a template. I want one where the words are sticking out all the time. Yeah, let's just go with that one. And hit start editing, and it creates my site. So first thing I'm going to do is pause real quick because it can take a second, and I'll hop back in as soon as the site's up. And I'm back. Just like that, my site loaded up. I went ahead and went to settings and named it Cool Air HVAC. So now that is on the top. So now I can find it easy enough. And another thing I did real quick was just hover right here, edit background, replace image, and there's tons of images already built into the builder. So you can just grab one you like and just drop it in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with the rest of the images, and then we'll start dropping some of the content we typed down. It's all drag and drop, stupid simple. Hard to mess up. So let me get my pictures in place, then I'll come back real quick. Alright kitties, welcome back. I now have my images swapped out, which is easy enough. Just replace image, search, grab one you like. They're all open source, and rock and roll with it. So I've got my images all set up, so now let's get our main headers set up. You're going to go to the Build tab. You've got a bunch of drag and drop building tools here that you can use. And what we're going to do is grab our H+, and we're going to set some tags. And I think you guys know which one this would be. This at the top is of course going to be our header tag. And we decided to go with this for our H1. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste, or not. Come on, whoa, dude, play. Play nice. There we go. H1 default, let's center it. And let's make it a little bit bigger. I like even numbers, so I'm just going to go with 40. Searching for an experienced HVAC contractor in McAllen, Texas? Alright, cool, that works. Now we'll probably grab that blurb and throw it in there. We'll take that out since this was originally like a Safari site. And it screwed me up and replaced my polar bear again. Oh, that's off my computer. Upload photo from the search. Where was the guy? I had a good picture there too. Dang it. Well, let's grab that guy. Where I'm at in McAllen, Texas, 96% of the population is Hispanic, so know your customer. And preview saves your changes, so hopefully we'll stop doing that. Alright, so that's what it is shaping up to look like. Already starting to look pretty good. So now we will go ahead and we'll clean up the rest of this garbage that we're not going to use, and I'll put some of the content and a contact form and some click to call buttons in. So hold on a second, let me drop the content in and I'll be right back so that we can set up some of those other functions. Alright, I wanted to pull you guys back in. I've copied some of this into there, and I've gone through and I've grabbed these 3 paragraphs worth of information and literally copied and pasted it directly in. So one thing I wanted you to see was setting your header tags. Yes, header tags. Drag that and set it there. And this one is going to be commercial HVAC service and repair. I'm going to copy that off of our Word doc here, right there. And I'm going to add it here. Oh, stay with me. Here. Control V. And we're going to call this our H2 tag, because you can only have one H1 tag. Google gets pretty grumpy if you try to have more than one. Remember, when in doubt, the Google bots are dumb. Repeat after me. Now we're going to basically do the same thing again on these other 2. No, I don't want to go across the whole top. I'll play with this and I'll get the other 2 set. Should be just drag and drop. Sometimes it could be a little bit of a pain. Alright, got it in there. I ended up kind of liking the staggered look, so I'm just going to go with it. So I already plugged those in and tagged them as my H2 tags. So right there, H2. You can select H1 through 6. So H1 is going to be your main header. H2 is going to be like your service titles, like that. And as you get smaller and smaller, they become less relevant. So I got one more to do. So that wasn't in the template. So what I did was I grabbed a color block and I dropped 3 here, which is basically this block right here that I was typing in. And so now I need a block for the picture right above it. So I'm going to go up here to image. Boop. There. I got my image in my text block. And I'm going to grab text, and I'm going to put that in the color block. So now we can do our last one. And H tag on top. Our last one was home air purifying system. That's been particularly popular, especially since COVID. So definitely want to get some brownie points for mentioning that one. In fact, let's look for an image. I'll plug that in too. Should be a UV light. Or not. Alright, no luck there. I'm going to have to find one on the interwebs and save it to my computer and then just upload it. Which, yeah, it'll take me an extra 2 minutes. No big deal there. In the meantime, I can grab and drop the information we wrote for this particular one. There we go. And let me go find an image, home air purifying system image. And we'll go ahead and upload that, and then we'll put the finishing touches on this guy. So I'll see you back in just a second. Alright, and we're back. I found a good picture and dropped it on in there. As you can see, since we don't have 3 categories down here, it wants to automatically blow up the whole area, but we're going to put some other stuff in here. I'm going to grab the contact form and put it next to this guy to kind of resize that. Put that back where it belongs. And in the contact form, you have some options here. So let's see, we definitely probably want the person's name, email, phone number, and address. So address and phone number. Where am I not seeing that? Phone number, here we are. Name, email, phone number, address. And call now for a free estimate. And let's go ahead and just center that and make it bold. Alrighty. So now we got our main landing page. Need to get rid of that button, so we'll just go ahead and delete that page. We're not using it. And we're also going to delete this. We're just going to make this a super basic one-page website, just so you see how it's done. Alright. This is a great alternative to using Facebook as a website. Now you have H1 tags, you have H2 tags, you have content that has the properly researched search terms built into it. You have a contact form, and last but not least, the piece de resistance. We're going to put a click to call and add our social links. So we're going to grab a button right here. We're going to center the button. Change the text to call now. Oh, what the hell? Call now. Cool, got it. Alright, button style. Let's go with that. That dark gray just looks kind of funky. Centered, and we're going to link it to a phone number. And with that, I'm going to look up the phone number based off of the Google My Business profile associated with it, which I've made myself master of. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my Google My Business profiles. I'm going to go through some of my clients